Now, 6:30 on WKYT this morning. Police now have a name of a man accused in a Lexington murder after making 2 other arrests.
Police released surveillance pictures of 3 men accused of robbing a Lexington store in broad daylight.
And we're looking at those temperatures again, very steamy with some storms out and about, but this is your last day of pretty ugly weather. After this, it looks great. I'll have that coming up.
And there is already a lawsuit after several people were injured on an amusement ride in Kentucky.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. Happy Hump Day here on this Wednesday, July 29th. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Hope your day's off to a great start. Expecting some decent weather for the weekend, which we're all pretty much concerned with on Monday, right?
Well,
like
we have been all week long. Therefore, we're just kind of skipping over the steamy conditions that we'll have once again today. Let's check in with Micah right now. He's tracking things for us. Hello there.
Hey, good morning, guys. Steam, hot, humid, oppressive, all of those. It just doesn't feel good outside again this morning. But we've warned you about that the past 2 days, that Monday through Wednesday we're going to be carbon copies of each other, where you wake up in the morning, you'll have a small chance of rain, and then also that humidity along with it. Now, as you get into the afternoon, we'll really jump those temperatures to around 90 degrees and also have those hit and miss showers and storms. The focus of the forecast, though, is not so much today, it's after today. And I guarantee that you'll like this forecast, because it's really for everybody. I'll have that coming up in just a few minutes.
We'll see you then. Let's get to the news. This morning we're learning some new details about the arrests of 2 people charged in a Lexington murder case.
The victim was shot to death last year, and this morning a 3rd suspect is still out on the run. WKYT's Mark Barber has been reading over the arrest citations. He's live with details that he's learned.
That's right, Rebecca. Police say that one of the killers is still out there. Officers tell me they are still searching for 22-year-old DeMarcus Harris. Investigators say that he and 2 other people killed the car wash manager of this location here on North Limestone. Darnell Bates had just been promoted to general manager of Goo Goo Car Wash off New Circle Road 2 weeks before he was murdered back in October. Officers tell us the 36-year-old father was shot in the back by home invaders when he tried to fight back. According to an arrest citation, Charles Patton, Caitlin Conway, and DeMarcus Harris, the 3 22-year-olds charged with murder, broke into Bates' home on Addy Street to rob him. That's when officers say one of them shot him to death. Patton was already in jail charged in an unrelated case when he was charged with Bates' murder. According to an arrest citation, this is not the only violent crime that the 22-year-old is accused of. Court papers state that Patton also robbed a person on Malibu Drive after he tied them up in their home. Officers tell us he is also accused of stealing a gun and several other items from a home on Lakeshore Drive. Now, in this latest case, both Patton and Caitlin Conway will stand before a judge later today to answer to their charges of murder as well as robbery. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Well, it could be weeks before a Lexington man accused of killing his mother is brought back to Kentucky. Jack Clemens was arrested 2 weeks ago after a police chase in Colorado and Kansas. Lexington police say Clemens must first face charges in Colorado before he's brought back to Kentucky. His mother, Shirley Clemens, was found dead in her home on River Park Circle earlier this month.
The time is 6:34 on WKYT this morning. A man in Bell County has died after being bitten by a snake during a church service. And this is the second time something like that has happened in that county in the last 2 years. Investigators say 60-year-old John Brock was bitten by a rattlesnake on Sunday morning at Mossy Simpson Pentecostal Church. He refused medical treatment and died hours later. Last February, a snake-handling pastor, Jamie Coots, died after he too was bitten by a rattlesnake. The practice of snake handling is illegal in Kentucky. A Lexington man is in jail accused of threatening to kill a woman. New on WKYT this morning, Jacob Gross is charged with stalking. Court records show the victim was so scared of Gross that she got a protective order against him. But police say Gross made several phone calls to the victim threatening to blow up her car and kill her. He was arrested yesterday on Appian Way. Police chased after him after they say he fired shots into the victim's car. We have some new details this morning in a Lexington cell phone store robbery. It happened right in the middle of the afternoon. The suspects were caught on camera.
WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain is live to show us who police are now looking for.
There's a $5,000 reward being offered for any information that leads to the arrest of the men who robbed this Verizon wireless store on Richmond Road. Now, new this morning, we do have surveillance pictures of these men. Take a look. This robbery happened yesterday at around 3:30 in the afternoon at Verizon Wireless here on Richmond Road. Now, two men entered the store. One was inquiring about a planned upgrade. The second man left the store and came back with a third person. Now, one of those men pulled a gun on an employee and then forced two employees into the storage room, then filled a trash bag with cell phones before running out to the back of the store. Now, if you have any information on these men, you are asked to contact Lexington Police. Live in Lexington, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Very brazen. Thanks so much, Michelle. A Boyle County home has been condemned in connection to a vicious dog attack. Chris Pope was arrested yesterday in Danville. Police say he owned the 7 dogs that attacked a woman this week at her Lincoln County home. After Pope's arrest, Danville police raided a home on Old Shakertown Road where they found about a dozen more dogs living in filthy conditions.
The family of a Clay County murder victim is demanding justice this morning. 24-year-old Trevor Dykes was shot to death Monday morning while on his way to work, and no one has been arrested. Dykes' father says he does not understand why someone would want to kill his son.
The way they done it and stuff, man, wasn't right. Take his life, and him with young, and got one on the way, man. And Trevor bothered nobody, and Trevor had no enemies at all.
Investigators say they are still looking for a brown Chevy S10 pickup that was seen in the area on the morning of the shooting. A dive team is hoping to return to a Nelson County lake today. They'll be searching for a missing mother. Crystal Rogers disappeared more than 3 weeks ago. Yesterday, a dive team searched a lake near where her boyfriend lives. Police say he was the last person to see the mother of 5.
Investigators are trying to figure out what led to the death of a man who was found in a Perry County river. The 25-year-old was pulled from the North Fork of the Kentucky River last night. The Perry County deputy coroner says the man was complaining of chest pains before falling into the river. He later died at the hospital. Investigators say his body is being taken to Frankfort for an autopsy. 2 men are in jail accused of keeping a woman in the back of a storage truck. Donald Woodrum and Robbie Wilson are both charged with unlawful imprisonment. Lexington police arrested them yesterday on Combs Ferry Road. Police say the victim was sweating from being held against her will in the back of the truck.
Well, it didn't take long. A Kentucky amusement park is being sued after several people were injured when a ride tipped over. About a dozen people were hurt over the weekend at Beach Bend Amusement Park in Bowling Green. Tanya Cooper is suing the park. They're claiming that Beach Bend did not maintain the ride that caused her and her daughter to be injured. She is seeking payment for damages and medical bills. Well, later today we could find out more about that massive fire at Louisville's General Electric Appliance Park. Back in April, the appliance park caught on fire. It burned for days. Investigators have already released some details saying that sprinklers, pumps, and fire hydrants at the park were not working when the fire started. In addition, they say GE was warned to upgrade its equipment but didn't do that. The company denies getting the warning. Firefighters will be releasing a full report this afternoon.
Let's check traffic and see how it's moving this morning, if things are going okay.
And we know who can do that for us. It's Officer Don in Live Drive Traffic. Good morning, Don.
Hey, good morning. Well, there are no collisions working right now. Traffic looks pretty good on the circle. We also checked the interstate across the Clays Ferry Bridge, for instance, for trouble-free. Now, police are running radar on I-75 southbound near the 8th and Boonesboro exit, so you want to be extra careful there on your way in. There's a live look at Broadway and High Street where traffic's moving well through the crossover. You can see the backups beginning, though, just past the circle. It looks like on our Waze map we're good to go around the city. No major delays to report in the Hamburg area either, as we get a wide look at the city, a wide view of what's happening. And live drivers on the way in this morning, morning a smooth ride. Now back to you in the studio.
Okay, thank you very much, Don. Rolling towards 6:40 now, 20 before 7 on this summer morning. We have more WKYT this morning on the way.
A town in Minnesota could soon have a very young mayor. Very, very young.
Yeah.
And we have storms out there again today. Along with that heat, we'll be in the upper 80s to around 90 degrees. But it's after this rain that I want to show you, because that's really, really nice stuff. And I'll have all that coming up next.